Scaling just means taking something that is on a small scale and putting it on a large scale. So the idea is going from small to large. So you start with something that is already working, but is not producing very much, and you ensure that the product will be sizable. The idea is that usually researchers will demonstrate that their product, whatever they've researched, is working, but on a small scale, because researchers don't have enough money and in very many cases no interest in making things happen for a lot of people. That's not their job. Their job is to make sure that their technology is working, and in the best of cases they will study through pilot studies, little trials, and they will say, yeah, it works. And that's the end of most research. But that doesn't make any change as far as all the farmers are concerned on the continent. It doesn't make any change as far as the customers are concerned, what they can buy on the market, because it's only a few pilots. So in the best of cases, a few hundred farmers will be affected, maybe a few thousand, but that's nothing compared to the millions of people on the continent. So scaling is to take these results, what's been demonstrated to work at the level of a pilot, and making sure that it reaches all the farmers who can use it. So the thousands, the tens, the hundreds of thousands of farmers, and then the millions of consumers who can eat the product. That's what scaling is. Taking the result of research that were only demonstrated on the small scale, at the pilot level, and making sure that it is affecting everybody who should be affected by these beautiful results of research. Well, these are tiny little technicalities. Outscaling normally refers to if one institution, so research institution, has discovered something really interesting, outscaling means that they will give the result of their research to another institution. So it is out of the research institution. Upscaling means going up, obviously, and that means normally that the numbers will become larger. So the numbers are going up. So both can happen at the same time. You can outscale. So if ITA has produced a wonderful research and they want to outscale by giving the result of the research to the extension services in Nigeria, say, and then that's outscaling, but there will be upscaling as well, because the number of people receiving information from the extension services will be much larger than the people that ITA could reach. So you will have outscaling and upscaling at the same time. And that's the goal of scaling. It's to have upscaling, obviously, through any means possible, and that always includes outscaling, which means collaboration. Well, I think that there are two levels where we can answer that question. The first one is from the scientists and the professionals. In order for scaling to reach more people, we have to make more of an effort to speak in a language that people understand. And most of the time, we researchers tend to use jargon and we speak amongst ourselves. We've got an echo chamber and we talk to another scientist and we say, oh yeah, my research was really good. Yes, good. And that's the end of it. That's not good enough, and that's not going to produce good scaling. So first part of the answer is scientists have to learn to talk to non-scientists, and that has to be really the aim of every scientist, or at least every scientific team. Maybe not every scientist must do it, but they must work with somebody who does it. The other side of the same coin really is that civil society in time should take ownership of the results of research, and civil society should be telling the researchers, well, you've been doing research on our behalf, because researchers always work with public money, sometimes private money, but always public money, and sometimes only public money. So this public money is the money that belongs to the public. So the public has the right to come and tell the researchers, you're working with our money, so we want you to be accountable to us. So we want you to tell us what you've been doing in a way that we can understand. And that's scaling. That's taking the results of research and transferring it to the people who can use it, the public. So I think civil society, which is evolving very quickly on the continent, in time, must start holding the researchers accountable and telling the researchers, you talk to us, you stop talking about yourself, you stop publishing and thinking that this is the end of your job. It is important to publish, but that is not the end. The end of your job is when you've talked to us, we've understood, and we've started using your results. That's when you finish, and you can move on to something else. But until you finish that, you haven't finished your job. That's what the public should tell us.